Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Kylie and I'm about to go introduce you to my horse, Sugarfoot. So it has been 30 years since I have gotten a horse for Christmas. I have some ulcer medication. She is on day 3 of getting her dosages. And so I've been going over every day to give her medicine. It is cold out, so I'm gonna get my cowl and get myself ready. It's one of our coldest days we've had this winter, and we are gonna go tuck this in, get my gloves, get my children if they want to come, and we're gonna go meet Sugarfoot so you can see her. And like I said, I just got my phone, and I'll tell you a bit about how this whole thing came to be. Letting Ping Pong in. Come on, Ping. He gone. Oh, it's windy out. It's gonna be cold, guys. It's gonna be cold. Oh, now you want to go out? Come on, Madeline. I got my insulated leggings on. My boys are all out doing fun stuff, playing outside. I was raised with horses since I was 2. We've had horses. My parents just had to put their last horse down a couple years ago, and we haven't had horses for a few years. My pony that I got for Christmas when I was 5, he was the same age as me. He died from natural causes 2 or 3 years ago. So it's been a couple years since I've had horses, and I have been feeling the void. So if you recognize the name Sugarfoot, it is off Heartland. There's a character on there. Her name's Mrs. Bell. She is their neighbor and drives around a little with her pony Sugarfoot. Now my Sugarfoot's not a pony, she's a horse. But she drives around and does herbalism, gives herbs to the barns and people, and has a garden. And I fell in love with Mrs. Bell and her character, and her little horse is named Sugarfoot. And so when this rescue horse came upon our laps and she was free, and the name she had, I don't know if she had it very long or she hadn't been ridden in a couple years. And so the name she had was Lacey, and I have a cousin Lacey who lives right down the road from me, like 2 blocks away, if you couldn't think of blocks, but in the country. And I can't have a horse named my cousin's name that I see weekly. So we changed her name to Sugarfoot, and she's been coming to, I've been bringing treats every time I see her. And yesterday was the first day she came up to me. All right, so I just got over to my sister's. The horses are here. It's slicker than snot out here. They don't have as much snow or ice as us, which is nice. But okay, so this is my sister's horse, Danny Boy, and my horse, Sugarfoot. Sugarfoot needs to gain a little bit of weight. She's not skinny she's not starving to death, obviously, but she just needs to gain some weight. And she's put on some weight since she's been here, and I'd like to see her with a little bit more on. Hey, Shug. Hey, Danny Boy. Danny Boy. Hi, Sugar. Hi, sweet girl. Hi, sweet girl. This is a camera. It's videoing you. We're doing ulcer medication because she might have some ulcers. She's had some tenderness. Did I bring it with me? Yeah, I did. That would have been bad. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Okay. So we're on this is her 4th dose. I would like to get her on some herbs that do help with ulcers and help with digestion, because she's been prone to colic a couple times, and she is on some supplements for that. And since she's been on her supplements, even before we had her, she was on these supplements. She didn't have much of a colic. She is a registered quarter horse. She is, I forget how tall she is, but she is a cream palomino is her coloring, and she does have a couple spots, like a little black spot here and there. She just got her hooves trimmed. We had them done last week or the week before. She did really well, and her farrier had worked with her over in the valley as well, and he knew of her, and he said, well, she didn't like to stand there for him much, but she did, and he did a good job, and he had trimmed her hooves up before. But he had said that her hooves looked wonderful. They looked great, especially because the valley, they deal with a lot of hoof issues with the mud and the rain they have down there, and we are very dry. We do have snow and ice, which she was not familiar with, but it wigged her out a lot, but now that there's not as much snow or ice, but there's a lot of trees that she can get out and walk in. She's been doing really well, and her hooves looked great, and they're only going to get better and better the more we consistently get her shod. So all in all, her health is really good. We're just doing some treatment every time I catch her and what we deal with her. She hadn't been ridden in 2 years, and not over there she was mainly in the stall because it's just so muddy and it's healthier for them. But here she's out and about, and if we have a blanket for her if she needs it, but we haven't needed it. Well, we did one day, but she's been doing really well, so let's go see her. I gotta get her treats. The kids were in here feeding. Oh, there they are. Horses like peppermints. Horses can like peppermints, and I bought a bunch after around Christmas time. The soft ones I bought her, and she didn't care for them, so I got her these from just Wilco, and she loves these. And they're just all, she just loves them, and it's all good ingredients, all good. I'm gonna get a few. Got a few. Gotta give some to Dunny Boy too. New halter I got for Christmas on her. We gotta get her some treats. Here. My sister's horse Dunny, he's a Pinto paint, and he's got a dun marking down his back, and he's super sweet. He was very abused, so he isn't as friendly as Sugarfoot. Oh, gave her medicine. She did really well. Thank you. She might have a little bit on her mouth. So now she got a treat. Give her another one because she's such a good girl. Oh, you're such a good girl. Dunny Boy, you coming to me? Hi. Hi. You're a good boy, Dunny Boy. Yes, you is. Can't. I am on top of Sugarfoot, and I just have her halter tied like a reins, and I'm on bareback, bundled up to no end because it's 25 degrees out here, 23, 25. And we're just walking around where the dirt is and not where the snow and ice is. So the round pin's behind me, and it is just icier than I'll get out, so we won't be doing that. I try and get on her every time I come, even if it's just bareback with a halter. And I can't even believe I'm doing bareback with a halter because how it started with her was, didn't think it was gonna be possible. It is super windy, so I'm just gonna lolly around on Sugarfoot, go through the woods. What, you wanna go? And just get her used to me. We're getting used to each other. Oh, Dunny boy, you're so cute. Oh, sugar. Wishbone. Sugar, doing so good. You follow me?
The problem with
you're too close. I can't get a good. I know. I would keep one. So I'm back home. I did not want to chat outside. My fingers are freezing off. I wasn't wearing gloves, which I was fine until I wasn't, and I didn't have my ear warmer, so I was the frozen chosen. So, but after I stopped filming because my sister came out and we rode around the pasture just in the spots where there weren't any ice and snow. They have way less ice and snow than we have. We have, I don't know if you can tell, it's just, we are completely covered. They don't have as much as us, which is just funny to me, which is funny because they're just not that much further away than us. So, but Sugarfoot's just gonna be mainly, she was a free horse, and but what's funny was my husband had plans to take me to go look at a horse after Christmas, and that was gonna be my big gift. And then I was contacted by this gal for Sugarfoot, and we went with Sugarfoot because one, she was free and needed a home. The gal who had her before me was disabled and could no longer care for her, so it just worked out, and she wanted to give her away to somebody that would give her a good home, and so it worked out. She is green. She is needing to be ridden and dealt with a lot, which I have been doing a lot, even if it's just going over and riding her bareback around the field. It took a while to get up to that point. We've had a lot of, she was freaked out about a lot of things and different noises and us, and she wouldn't even stand for me to get on her for a while, and now she just stands there. I put my son on her, my nephew, my nieces. She does really well with kids. Saddling is still, she's pretty cinchy. That's okay, but she's gonna be just a trail horse, and we're just gonna have fun with her. And maybe we have a pony cart and we have a sleigh over at my parents' house, or we have a cart and we have a sleigh. So I'd really like to get her on the cart. I used to do cart on my pony Sky. We have all the harnesses and stuff for that. And we have it for the older horses, like a full-grown horse as well. So that is, I'd like to get there eventually, but right now just working with her, and hopefully by summer she's just going to be a great horse. So spring we'll be doing a lot of groundwork and a lot of round pinning, working on the saddle, and just but this is a good time for us to just play on her and get to know her and let her trust. I can already tell with just going over weekly and now the last 3 or 4 days just daily messing with her and giving her medicine and giving her treats and stuff and using her. She is already warming up to us and already becoming more sweeter, and she's just a sweet horse. So she's just gonna be a good old trail horse. Now I'd like to get, obviously I told you in the cart thing, and take her for trail rides, and it'd be fun to do horse camping with her, and like real horse camping where you ride out and have a tent hooked on her, well, strapped to her, and then you like camp out in the wilderness. I think that'd be fun. I don't know if I'll get to that point, but anyway, just learning to get her. I haven't been ridden. I've ridden my neighbor's horse here and there for the last few years, but not like religiously, and I rode my sister's horse, but I haven't had a horse of my own in a really long time. And my pony wasn't able to be ridden, and he was quite small. As an adult, your feet would touch both sides of the ground. So this has just been a really fun thing for me to have a horse. It's been a delight. I'm just going to be filming things that I really enjoy lately, and one of it's going to be my horse. So I'll probably take you on horse riding vlogs or whatever. I hope you enjoy it. I've been getting all the things I need, all my tack and all the whatever I like. We just have I'm using my dad's old saddle, and my saddle that I had was for a teenage butt. I no longer have a teenage butt, so it is not useful. So I've been using my dad's old saddle, and he doesn't have a horse, so it works out. We had a bunch of free tack. Some of the tack wasn't good enough, and I've been repurchasing, or it was just old and brittle, and repurchased a lot and got it all, and it's been so fun. So since the week of Christmas, I've been horsing around here. So that's what I've been doing. Now you know Sugarfoot, and she's a sweet girl. She's so sweet. And Dunny boy, he's a sweet boy too. Dunny is a rescue also. He was extremely abused. I know where Sugarfoot's home was before we got her, and she was not abused, but they had rescued her, and I'm not sure the timeline with that, and I don't know her story before she was rescued, but she was a rescue as well, and she is a registered quarter horse, and she has papers, and Dunny is not. He is an unregistered pinto. He is he's got like a dun stripe down his back, but he is a paint too. I've never seen that before. He's a sweet horse, and he loves the kids. He's more scared of adults than he is children, probably because he was abused by adults, but he is a good horse. So we have 2 rescue horses, but Sugarfoot sort of not a rescue because she wasn't rescued at her last place, but she just needed a good home. And now she's gonna be used because she's my only horse, and Bethany has hers, and my nieces, once Sugarfoot, they've already been brushed. I feel like I have a personal groom because my nieces are obsessed with horses, and they're out there almost every day brushing them and cleaning their feet, and so even when I'm not there, she's being handled, which is nice. And they're gonna be doing they'll be doing their own horsey stuff on. So I have 2 nieces, and they're both my sisters that live there, so each of them, one takes Dunny and one takes Sugarfoot, and so that's perfect. She's gonna get a lot of use from those girls and myself. So I told you a little bit about I was raised on my horse ranch, but I did high school rodeo. I got a box of potatoes. High school rodeo, and I did pony club, and I did show jumping and 4-H and all the things, and that was just I did it through high school, and Then volleyball kind of took over and became more of a volleyball player and more into athletics, and kind of we sold all our horses, and except for a few that we kept just until a few years ago. But we had one of my favorite horses I ever had. Her name was, she was unfortunate looking, but she was so beautiful because her personality, she was just one of those once in a lifetime horses. You ever get a cat, mainly a dog. If you get a dog and it's just like this is a once in a lifetime dog. Well, if you're a horse person, you get a, I hope it's not once in a lifetime, because I hope Sugarfoot's a good horse, and hope there's more good horses in my future. But we had Cream Puff Queen, but we called her Puff because she was an Appaloosa, and she had these ugly pink puffy eyes, but she was so beautiful because she could do jumping and barrel racing, so we used her for both. And we'd get made fun of, and people would think she wasn't going to do any good, and then we'd go and beat them all because she was faster than lightning and just graceful at the jumps. A horse that could do both. We lost her tragically, and my family still gets, we all get sentimental about it if I talk too much long about it. But that was a hard loss, and to replace her we had to get 2 horses that could replace her. So that was a hard loss as a child. And now I'm just happy. All my boys want to learn how to ride her. They all want to take lessons, and well, I'll give them lessons, or my sister will. We're not, they're really into sports, so they're probably just going to do mainly sports and then horse on the side. But it's a nice outlet for me because all my kids are getting older and more doing stuff outside of the home, and my oldest is about to be 14, and it's just nice to have, it's fun for me to go over and ride when I get a spare moment. So anyway, there's my horse story, and there you know what I've been up to, horsing around. So thank you guys so much for following along with me. I'll see you on my next video. This is a hint to what it's gonna be. Oh yeah, baby. All right, bye guys.